Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Staxel. So, last episode, of course, we were checking out the new update, and today we are going to get back into building. We're going to start working on laying out the house. And I've come up with a design that I think I'm going to go with. And it's actually, we're going to be, oh, sounds like there might be mail or something. You will notice it's 1.2.9, there's been some bug fixes and stuff like that since last episode. Some new versions and stuff have come out. Diana Prince is hungry. No, she's not. She's got 2 units of food right there. No, you're not hungry. You've got food. Anyways, they, I believe they fixed... There we go. She's eating. They fixed where she was eating just too much food. Oh, no. She's still nomming it down. It may have to do with the fact that she was hungry right then. And you'll notice up at the top left it says I have mail. Alright, let me grab this pet food. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and feed her. But anyways, I've decided on a design that I'm very, very happy with. As far as the blocks and stuff that we're going to be using, it's going to be probably my favorite house style, which is like more contemporary, modern design. So it's going to... Does it fit a farm? Not exactly, but that's okay, because we're going to go with a modern design. I think a farm could have a modern house. Yeah, it could have a modern house. We're going to have a modern house. So anyways, let's trim this stone back a little bit. We're going to have to do a little bit of clearing out first up. And let me go grab my scythe, actually, because we are going to want that. And my goal is to kind of get the foundation laid out a bit today. Just kind of clear all these flowers back. There's so many flowers. I actually quite like the flowers myself, but there are a lot of them. There is quite a bit of them. All these petals are like just destroying my inventory space here. Alright, and let's grab some blocks here. I don't know if... Well, actually, let's go check the mail real quick. I need to do that. And are you doing okay? Yes. Alright, what do we got? Another ice cream Mia. I've heard that she keeps spamming you with that, like, until you figure it out. So, I don't know. I have no clue. Still no clue how to get her. I haven't seen anything on how to actually get her unlocked. But that's fine. Let's see. Let's get, we'll just grab these dirt blocks. And we'll use these for kind of laying out the foundation and, you know, how everything's going to be laid out and stuff. Which these blocks are a little bit larger, so it won't overhang quite so much with the finished design. But we'll have stairs that kind of come up right there, just thin little stairs. And we're not going to have a whole lot of deck on this. It's just basically going to come up to here, and then it's going to open up. Like there will be the doorway. So, let's see. And then we'll have this come out to about, say, right there. And then it's going to come out a little bit. My first goal with this is just getting like the floor plan laid out and the, you know, the stairs down to the basement in, so we know exactly where everything's going to be. And this floor will have probably 2 or, well, mostly 2 stories, but there is going to be a little bit of a 3rd story on there as well. So... is kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So that's going to come out just a little ways and then kind of go back in right here. Oops. And then over here, it's actually just going to come out to about right here, I guess. It's not going to be even. Let's see. That's 4 wide. Actually, I'll tell you what. We'll bring this side out just a little bit more, in fact. And then bring it back. And it's going to come out a bit longer, like that. Like all the way out to here. Okay, something like that. It's going to be fairly large, in truth. And the interior is going to be very much like an open floor plan. So, like an open design. And then as far as like width, it's going to come out to, say about... I think about right there. It's going to be, like I said, fairly large. And this back section is going to just come out... Let's see. Got so much clearing to do. I'm going to have to go get the axe. Oh, and they did make fossils a bit more uncommon. Because, you know, we had just tons of them we were finding. They did make those a bit less common, so they're not, like, all over the place. Which will be kind of good, I think. They were a little bit too common, I felt like. Okay. And then we'll just bring this back section out. And I'll probably end up adding, like, a little section that kind of comes out. For right now, I'm just trying to get the baseline of it done. Is the main thing. Just like, kind of like what we did with the warehouse, where we started out with, like, the, just the general floor plan layout. And actually, there's not going to be a door here. No. There's not going to be. Just changed my mind slightly. Okay, so something like that. And then over here, which, can we see this? Yeah, we can see it from the map. Ooh. It's coming together. It's going to be big. It's going to be fairly large, but that's okay. That's what I want. A house that we can kind of grow into. And plus, there's going to be quite a bit of stuff, and I want it to feel really open. You know, that modern contemporary style. We're going to have shelves and stuff that, like, we're going to use those modern shelves that, like, only have, like, one thing on them. So it's almost like minimalist, but not quite minimalist. Alright, then we'll bring this section out like this. And I think, honestly, I think that's probably about as wide as I'm going to make it. So we'll go ahead and bring this up. Then we're going to add some stuff on the back because, you know, I want this to be... I don't want it to be just a straight line across the back. And actually, right in here, I'm going to go ahead and just run out a line here. Like that. And then on the other side, 2 out. And we'll run a line out right there. Okay, so just like that. And then over here, let me go ahead and trim all this back. We've almost got the base of it done. The baseline stuff. And I'm going to have to trim this whole mountain that's over here. I'm going to have to trim this thing back. Just at my leisure. Because I don't want it right up on the house like that. So, yeah, this stuff's got to go. Okay, then let's run this stuff back. And I want to order some flooring before the end of the day. Because we will probably start laying that out tomorrow. Which I'll get that ordered in just a moment. And I will say, I mean, this house is going to take a while to get it all built. Because there's a lot to it. It's fairly large. It's going to have multiple stories. It's going to have a basement. A lot of exterior work that'll have to be done. And, yeah. It's going to be a... It's going to be a project, to say the least. But you guys know me, I don't like to build small, so... Plus, with the house and the open floor plan, I want it to feel big, I want it to feel open. And it's going to fit the design of the house, too. So, okay, so there we go. And if we take a look at the map... There we go. That's what it looks like. Alright. And let me pop over to the warehouse. I need to maybe dump off some of this stuff. Actually, this bug. Let me go sell this thing because I don't remember where I got it from. I don't think I've caught bugs in a while, but there you go. 606. Okay, I think the first thing that I want is brick. I'm gonna want this block right here, and it's only 4 apiece. That's awesome. So give me like 200 of those. There we go. And let me drop off some of this stuff, like 250 green petals. 32 yellow. I don't even know. Do I have black placed down anywhere? I don't even think I've ran into black petals before. I'm gonna get that wood being cut down into lumber as well. And then all this grass can go. Okay, let me teleport home, and let me go sleep. Our first day working on this is over. And, I mean, we got quite a bit done. We got the base of it done. And, like I said, I still got to put some stuff onto the back, so it's not quite so flat. And probably a little bit of stuff on the sides, but, you know, I just want something to work from, basically. Yeah, that still eats through everything each day. It's like once in the morning, once at night, it seems like. So... Okay, right up here, I think for a lot of the flooring, I'm going to do a mix of wood, and then I also want kind of that polished concrete look. I love polished concrete, like in houses, and I think the closest thing that I found was this large brick block. So we are going to be using that, I do believe, for a lot of the flooring, and I think... See, I like that quite a bit. I do. So, yeah, I'm just going to run this back. Wow, what is the point of this? Get out of here. We'll get into fossils more once we build the museum, but like right now, like I'm just letting them like stockpile. Because otherwise I just end up filling up like all my storage space with fossils. So, I will probably end up using some for our purposes, like maybe down in the cave sections. I thought about like a cool idea down there, but that's going to be a little while. You know, we have so much work to put into this house first up, so. Alright. I actually think I made this a little bit wider than I want. I think I want to go like to here and then maybe put the wall right there, I think. And basically what this is going to be, what my idea for this is the house, the first floor, this is going to be open. So you like step up into this, and there's going to be a roof to it though. Because the roof is actually going to be the second floor. And we're going to have it kind of connect these two sections together on the second floor, but for the first floor, they're going to be kind of disjointed. So you actually walk up to the center of the house, and it's going to be like a covered little walkway, and then there'll be doors into this side of the house, doors into this side of the house. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's... I love those houses with like that open feel. Like you walk in, and honestly, the second and third floor is going to have some areas that are just open, like up to outside as well. So is kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, and I think that's as big as it really needs to be, because I mean that's a fairly decent little walkway, and then we'll have the walls right here instead. So let me trim this stuff back a little bit. I mean there'll be a door that connects into the house, but kind of what I'm thinking is this. Let's see, this side over here is going to be like the kitchen and dining room area. And then this side over here is going to be more of like a little living area type thing. And this is something I had been considering, something like this, but then I also want the open floor plan, so it was like, well, how do I want to do this? But I think it's going to work out well. Because it'll be open enough on this side, open enough on this side, to really still feel like it has that open floor plan. Okay, and then I want to go order, actually, some blocks, because I want to start getting the pillars put in around the house. So let me order those. And I actually made a list of the blocks that I'm going to want, because I came up with all this in the test world. I want a block called Darkstone blocks. These are, whoa, 100 apiece, it hurts. It hurts so bad. Okay, give me like 50 of those. Yeah. That hurts. I may actually have to go bug catching until we get our money sorted out in a little bit different fashion. I may have to catch bugs, I think. So, alright, well, anyways, what we're going to do is over here, I think over there is going to connect to the second floor. Over here is going to connect down to the basement, is what I'm thinking at the moment. And what's nice is since we have this open floor plan design that we're going for, I'm actually going to make the second floor and the first floor feel open together. So there's going to be some places with really high ceilings. And it's going to be neat because we're going to have this part that like kind of cuts through the house, but then it's going to be open, you know, from the second floor, and it all feels like connected is what I'm going to go for. So anyways, let's go ahead and put the door in, and I'm actually going to have the door like right in there, I think. And then we'll bring this around. Let's go ahead and bring this over here. This is going to be more like the little kitchen area. And there is some places I'm going to pull some of this like concrete up, and we're going to put down a little bit of wood. And then the second floor, of course, concrete would be way too heavy for the second floor. You know, for like a modern style house, I think. I don't think concrete really fits the second floor. So we're going to be doing wood primarily on the second floor, like that hardwood. And then if rugs ever get added, we'll put rugs on it. We might actually be able to put down some carpet blocks because of the wood that I'm going to be using, but I'm not 100% sure about that. If not, that's fine. I'm fine with just the hardwood, but... Alright. Yeah, I'm going to need so many more of these. But luckily, these things are cheap. The dark stone, not cheap. Not quite so cheap. So let's go ahead and order like another 200 of that brick. So this right here, give me 200 of that. And then I'm also going to want, let's see, we're not going to be putting in the ceiling just yet, but I wouldn't mind starting some of the walls. There's 2 blocks that I'm going to be using for the walls. The first one is that large brick block that we've already been ordering. We're going to be doing some brick walls. But I also want to go with white painted block. And these are 20 a piece. Why can't you be like 4? Okay. That's fine. We'll go ahead and order like 50 of them. That's 1,000. Do I want to expedite? I really want to expedite, but look at that cost. Look at all that money just flying out the door. Okay. Well, we still got to lay on the rest of the back, right? So let's do that. Let's do that first. I'm ready to get the pillar blocks in because I really want to get those, you know, start adding those in. I'll tell you what. I have an idea for back here. Trim away these trees a little bit. Okay, I think like right here, I'm going to bring this out a little bit. And I'm actually like to like right there. I think. And let me actually bring this side out a little bit more as well. And we'll bring it across. And the nice thing with like a modern style, like contemporary modern, you're not really going for like symmetry, right? I love like the non-symmetrical style house. And it actually makes it kind of fun to build too because you're going for like artistic non-symmetrical. It's kind of what we're looking at here. I guess that would be the term for it. So, and we'll kind of open that up a little bit too. There we go. Man, this house is going to be... Oops, wrong button. This house is going to be fairly large, I think. It's going to be pretty big. But if you look at the warehouse, I mean, the warehouse is pretty large too, except this is going to have multiple floors and all that stuff. And then on this side, I think what I'm going to do is actually maybe bring this out a little bit longer. So like right in there's the wall. And we'll have it kind of come over like to here. So that would put pillar, yeah. Okay, we'll bring this out a little bit. Say to like right there, I think. And let me chop this tree down real quick. It's going to drive me insane. And then we'll bring this side out a little bit. From like right there. I didn't fully draw this out. I made like some plans, but not a full floor plan as of yet. I'm actually kind of doing it somewhat fluid, but somewhat planned as well. Like it's gonna be fun. So, and I tell you what, I think right in here, I'm actually gonna pull this back, and we're gonna have this kind of run up along. But yeah, funny story, back when I used to play Animal Crossing, you know, back when Animal Crossing games were, you know, coming out and stuff, that's usually what I went with, was like a modern style house. Like as far as furniture and stuff like that goes, I mean, of course you can't actually build the house. I'd usually go with like a contemporary modern design for the interior, and it's always like my favorite. I don't know. I love the colors and the style and stuff like that. So we've got something like that. As of right now. Okay. And then let's go ahead and just open this up, because this is where the walkway is going to come out. And then same on the other side, we'll go ahead and open. Okay. Now I really need the blocks that we ordered. I do believe. I'm just going to pop into here. Well, actually, I still need to dig out the basement. We do need to plot out where that's going to go, so let's go ahead. Let me put these up real quick, and then we'll go ahead and dig out where the basement's going to be. Originally, I was thinking, well, we'll start with the basement and work our way up. But no, I think I'm just going to lay out where the basement's going to go. Then we're going to focus on the first floor. And then we'll make our way down to the basement, and then upstairs is probably the order that we're going to do things. But probably more like we did it here in the workshop. So I think I love the workshop now. Like, now that it has some plants and stuff, I still want to add more as time goes on, but for right now, I do quite like this a lot. Like, it's starting to get filled out with items, and it looks kind of lively and stuff, so that's good. Alright, so the basement, like I said, the basement's going to connect over More in like the dining room kitchen area, where the second floor connection is going to be over here. Well, I don't want to do that. No, actually, let me change that. If the door's right here, yeah, I think I'm actually going to have a second floor connection right in here as well as over here. I think I want it on both. And then I'm going to do the basement connection just over in here, I think is what we'll do. So the basement connection, I'm actually going to probably dig it out right here. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do, actually. Yeah, so like right in here, I'm going to go ahead and dig this up. And it's just going to kind of come down to about right here. I think. Let's see. Actually, we'll do it 3 wide. In fact, it's a little bit wider of a walkway. Yeah. And then we'll pull that up. Okay, and I want to go... Let's see, right down here. I wish I had like a Y level indicator so I could see exactly what Y level I was, because I need to have this actually plug into the basement of, you know, that building. It's all going to be like one big connected cellar type area across the different stuff that we're building. Because I think it'd be kind of cool to have like an above ground walkways and then below ground. The below ground is just going to take a lot of effort. Kind of makes me want to like start digging over there towards the basement. We brought that down. There we go. And then of course we're going to have steps that go up right here. So I think instead of having, I think that'd be the best. And it's not to say we might not even have steps on this side too, like 3 staircases. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see once we get all this sorted. Okay. I'm gonna warp back over here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep because I need the stuff to come in that we ordered so we can start laying out some pillars and such. Alright, our stuff is here. And Diana Prince, she's hungry. Of course she is. I'm gonna like, since she's eating 2 bags of food, I'm actually thinking about, I don't know, sticking her in a crate or something. Because, like, until they get that fixed, I mean, that's a lot of money. Like, if our honey was still selling good, you know, it wouldn't really be too much of an issue, but it's not. Like, the price of honey has plummeted. When are our bees coming in? They're, okay. Okay, give me just a second. Well, I'll get that in just a second. I want to lay out some of these pillars real quick. First up. So, what I'm thinking is, we're going to have a pillar here. And that's the block that we're going to be using for the pillars. Actually, pull that dirt up, pull that dirt up. It's a pillar there, pillar there. And then, of course, this part's going to get shaped up in a little bit, you know. The walkway will. And then over here, let's go ahead, pull this up. And we're going to have, of course, a pillar setting right here. And then a pillar setting there. There. Try to get the basic framing of it done so then we can build off from that. Then we're going to have another pillar here. Basically, like on all the elbows, we're going to put a pillar, and then we're going to come back through and maybe do a little bit more pillar work. Then that's going to come straight down, because I'm going to want, like, that's a long section. I'm going to want a pillar there. At least 1 pillar in the center of that. Possibly 2. We'll see. That. Usually I like to start with pillars when it comes to a build, just because it kind of gives you like the bones of it, then you can build off of that. Assuming you've got pillars in your design. Okay, now right here is a little bit different, I guess. No, well, no, not really. We're still going to have the pillars come up. It is going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to have the pillars. So I'll have a lot of plans for this. Cuz they've got such good blocks for, like, when I was looking through the blocks, like trying to figure out exactly what kind of theme I wanted to go with and stuff. There was too good of options for like contemporary modern to not go contemporary modern, like, or for me anyway, cuz you know, that's my house style. So not actually my house in real life, but that's my dream house style, you know. Okay, so we've kind of got the bones putting in, and then We're also going to want pillars right here. We're going to want pillars right there. Oh, but there's going to be a door that overhangs, and that's not going to look good, is it? Oh, let me go check something really, really quick. I'm going to steal this door for just a moment. I'll put it back. Because I think these larger blocks are going to clip into the door a little bit. Yes, a lot. Let me go look and see what all door options that we do have. Because I'm actually not 100% sure what door I want to go with. That's one thing. Oh, actually, probably this door here. Black door. Maybe. Maybe so. Or I could just go with the door frame. I don't know. Probably the black door, though, I think. So I'll tell you what I'm probably going to do, and I think it's going to look really good. I think it's going to look just fine. Let's actually pull up that. And that. And instead of having it right up next to the door, let's actually shift it over by one. So we're going to have something like that instead. And, which we'll get back over to that in just a second. And then I'm going to want... Let's see, that section, I don't want any more pillars. I want that to be really, really open. Over here, I'm actually going to match up a pillar for this. Honestly, with the cost of these things, I just want to be like, minimal pillars. We have minimalist support here. Alright, so something like that is good. And then over here, let's see, do I want the door to be right there, or do I want to shift it over so it's a little bit lopsided? I'm actually kind of leaning towards a little bit lopsided. So maybe you enter, like, right there is going to be the door, and then one in that. So it's more like that, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think I like that. Alright, I still need a few more of those. I still have to do pillars on this side, which I think is mainly going to be maybe one right in there, and then one opposite it, maybe. Maybe so. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm definitely going to want probably two on that little strip right there, and possibly one on this strip. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get to that in a second. And then over here, let's go ahead and lay out our polished concrete. That's what we're going to call it. I love the polished concrete floors and like the polished like granite floors and stuff like that. Sadly, there is no granite in this pack. And it's funny because like granite in Minecraft always gets such a bad rap, and I do quite like it. A lot of people are like, they should get rid of granite. And I'm like, no, don't get rid of granite. Like granite, it's not the prettiest block, I think, for most designs, but it does... I mean, it's granite. I wish they would do other granites, granted. Like, if they had, like, black granite, it would be kind of nice. White granite, stuff like that. But even still, like, granite as a block, I really don't want it to go away on Minecraft. I've actually used that for kitchens quite a bit, and I loved it. Which, like I said, once we get this all laid out, some of this is going to get pulled up, probably, and go with, like, a wooden floor. But I'm just trying to get like a baseline to work from. You know, that's like the workshop originally was all, what, planks or something for the most part. But then we started making changes. But I may actually have to go back to like catching bugs between episodes just so we have money to work with. Because like money's kind of tight right now with the honey acting up like it is. Because only getting like 7,000 every 3 days is tough. It's very, very tough. Alright, let me order like another 200 of that. We're just going to call it polished concrete. For simplicity's sake, let's just call it polished concrete. We're going to be using a lot of this stuff, though. Like, quite a bit of it across the whole build, and I'm so happy that it's only 4 petals apiece, because that makes my life so much better. Because we're going to use a lot of it. I mean, that's what, the 600th? Like, we've already ordered 600 of this stuff, like this episode, and it's not even anywhere near done with. Okay, and then I've also got these white painted blocks, and this is going to be a lot of our walls. That and the brick blocks is going to be the majority of our walls anyways. And let's go ahead and start like right over here, and just kind of start laying this stuff out. And that's what that looks like. that's what it looks like. And I'm actually going to do like a little border down here, almost as like the foundation. But we'll get to that in just a bit. So I'm going to start with just laying this stuff out. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I don't want... Actually, don't think I want it right there. I don't know. I'm going to have to see. Because, like I said, we're going to use some brick blocks. And around the kitchen, I want brick. It's going to add a nice, like, contrast to the rest of the house. And it's going to be able to feel, like, open. So, you know, the kitchen's going to be open up into the dining room. But that brick's going to almost make it, like... You know, designate that area almost as the kitchen. So you can kind of look at it at a glance and say, oh, you know, that's the kitchen. So, and we'll see. I'm also going to want windows, which that's one of the probably the most disappointing things trying to do like any kind of a modern style is doing glass in this game. Because there's no translucent glass. And there's a glass pane that I was like so excited when I found it. I was like, oh yeah, there's this. But you can't place it. Like, it's for just for crafting purposes. And I was so disappointed when I saw that. Actually... Well, let's start over here. This section... We'll start with this. Alright. And I'm going to have to go get the bees here in just a moment. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, it's even. So I'm not going to put a pillar in there. Which is going to look fine. And we'll pull out areas for windows, you know, a little bit later. I'm probably going to have to go with, like, the shop window. I think that's the most fitting for this house. But I think it's going to look alright, so. I think it's going to look okay. I ran out of those blocks. So let me go take care of the bees real quick, and I will be back once I get that sorted. I'm going to look at the prices. We'll look at them together here in just a minute. Because I'm not 100% sure if I want to sell them yet. But at the same time, it's not like I really have an option like for not selling them. Because like otherwise I just have like no income. So I'm not for sure. Anyways, I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, the honey is gathered. And 7,680. I think that's about what we made last time. So maybe that's the cutoff point for like the price falling. I think for right now I'm going to sell it. And then hopefully later on we can kind of let that build back up. Not be such a horrible amount of money, but for right now I have to make money somehow. So, see, I wish that was a block that you could use. Like, that block would be so useful. But no, it's not. You can't place it down. And it kind of drives me insane. To be perfectly honest, so... Alright, let me order... more of those bricks that we're using. I'm actually going to want... Give me 200 more of those. So we've got 400 of those coming in tomorrow. And then we've got a little bit of money being made. Let me go ahead and sleep. I do need more of those pillar blocks, but they're just so expensive. 100 a piece is like... Ugh. And it's sad because a lot of the designs not really going to come together until I just suck it up and order a bunch of those, but... Alright, Diana Prince has brought us a gift. I guess she's begging for food because I didn't feed her yesterday, so she's hungry. Alright, that's growing healthily. Well, she brought me sunglasses. That's not going to earn you food. I have so many pairs of those, it's crazy. Alright, 400. We've got a little over 8,000 petals at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and just finish out this side's flooring. There we go. And then this back wall, like I said, it's going to be brick back here. And so we'll bring this across like so. And then we still got to come through and add the foundation. We'll do that. But yeah, see, I love that brick. I love it. And then we'll go ahead and trim this off. And bring that brick over like that. And I'm actually thinking about making the brick actually come out to here. Instead of having the white wall on this side, like bring that brick around just a little bit more. To kind of add that asymmetry, and yeah, I think it's going to look good in this section. So we'll go ahead and just bring that over like so. I just realized I actually want... Oh, I'm going to have to look and see. I would like to have stairs here, and I'd actually like to bring this floor in this section up by one. Maybe so. And then make that wood. I don't know. I'm just trying to get a general idea at the moment. So yeah, I think that's what I want to do, in truth. Let me see. What kind of stairs? Thing is, we really don't have a whole lot of stair options. We have these two. I can also go with like the roof tiles. Those would work fine. So if I wanted to go with maybe like a... Honestly, I'd probably have to go with like the black. I don't know. I'm going to hold off on that. Just remember, I'm thinking about making that area raised slightly so we'll have steps. Because I do want to make some elevation changes throughout this house. And I would like to have this raised by like just one block. And some little stairs that kind of come up there, I do believe. So, we'll get to that. We will get to that, but for now. Let's get back over here. I'm just going to bring this over. Like I said, we'll cut out areas for windows later, but not just yet. So we have this nice like brick wall. I actually love this brick with this design. And that black's going to come through right there on the corners, and I do like that. We're actually going to be using that little feature a bit with this build a little bit later, where the larger blocks kind of clip through the corners and stuff like that, because it's going to add some really nice like just mixed texture within this build, I think. So there we go. We have a nice little area. Then this is going to be white walls right through here, white walls right through there. Then we got all this brick, and then this area is going to be a bit different. This is going to be probably white walls on this section. This right here, all this area is going to be open to outside. So it's almost like an indoor deck type thing. If I had good glass, I would probably glass it in or something to that effect, but I don't have good glass. I have glass that you can't see out of, so I have to weigh my options here. Alright, and the rest of this brick, I'm just going to use for bringing this area out just a little bit and put down kind of a working floor. That is, once again, probably going to end up changing. A lot of the area is going to get changed to like a hardwood, but for now, I just want something that we can stand on. There we go. We kind of got like a floor started. It looks hideous right now because there's still so much missing out of this. But if we take a look at the map, I mean, that still looks better than it did. We kind of have a house coming... Oh, yeah, I can't jump out of that. We kind of have a house coming together somewhat. So, and then this opening right there, where you can just kind of walk through the house, like through the center, without having to go through a door, is going to be really nifty, I think. Because I want stuff in the back of this, and then, of course, we're going to have a walkway that runs right to the dock. So people can actually walk right through that. Like a breezeway kind of thing. So... And then, of course, this forest, I'm going to have to clear out a lot of this forest. Because we're going to have our orchard kind of come back and around through here. And then back, I think, over in this area. Which the mine, I'm probably going to end up covering that up. And instead having it connect into our underground stuff. But this area back in here is going to be like animals. Probably. Is kind of what I'm thinking. And this house is going to get torn down at some point. And bring that around through to there. Because I just didn't like the placement of this house. I wanted a house kind of back in here. That was too close to the city. Like, it's an awkward place for a house, I felt like. And I really wish I could see, like, the Y level where we were at. Like, I'm dreading this. I'm absolutely dreading this. Let me actually pull this back a little bit. I'm going to set... well, I can't really get in there like that. I'll set that right in there. Because I've got to start digging this out a little bit and figuring out exactly where I need to go to connect it into the house's basement, which is going to be fun. Because the house basement is a bit lower than this basement, like where this is connecting in. So I'm going to have to figure out exactly where I need to go to. I do want to bring this down, like as soon as we step through that door, like maybe right in here. Start bringing this down, so you pretty much walk straight on into stairs like fairly quickly, and it doesn't really have to come like really far down, but maybe just something like this, Just kind of bring this down. The nice thing is this is going to give me something to do, like when I'm waiting for money, because I'm going to be waiting for money a bit. I will say I'll probably do a lot of this digging out off camera, because it's not the most exciting thing to watch. So I will probably do a lot of this excavation part, like trying to connect these caves up off camera, and then, you know, I'll show you, what else happened between episodes and stuff like that, but I don't figure you guys will want to watch me digging caves for like a couple of episodes. And then I can actually put this door back on and get this thing out of my inventory. So you'll step through there and then right down, you know. Alright, but anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point. Between episodes, well, it's actually the last day of winter right now. And I want to start spring off with you guys at the beginning of next episode, I think. So probably between next episode and the episode after, I'll probably do a lot of this, like digging out for caving and stuff. I think we'll have enough money, we'll be fine next episode. But next episode, we will resume work on the house and try to get some more of the pillars built out. I am going to go ahead and blow a lot of money real quick. So that darkstone, I'm sorry. Darkstone, go ahead and send me, say 60 of those, okay? There we go, 6,000 on that. And then I'm also going to want the white painted block, right? Those are 20 a piece. Go ahead and send me, say 40 of those. Yeah. That's a good stopping point for right now on our money. So we'll have that, and then I've got these, yeah. And I've got to figure out what kind of fencing I want to do. So I'll check that out as well. Fencing and stairs, and how I want to do the stairs. So anyways, we'll tackle that stuff next episode. We'll try to get the pillars brought up, work on this section over here, maybe start installing some of the kitchen and the kitchen divider type area, because this is going to be like a little kitchen area back in there, and I have some ideas for that as well. The nice thing about going with a modern design is we're going to use like really bright lights that make everything kind of pop, as well as a lot of accent lights. We're going to have like accented lights over, maybe over some of those like little modern storage units with like, we'll put like a single thing on those and then have like some lighting to kind of make that pop and stuff like that. So I think it'll be a bit fun. It'll be just a bit of fun. This makes water sounds when I stand on it. That's funny. That's actually kind of funny. Interesting. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's, like I said, it's going to take a while to get this thing sorted out and get it built, but it's going to be expensive too. Just for the structure, it's going to be expensive, not to mention all the stuff that's going to go inside of it, because it's going to be kind of a fancy looking house. And I actually think the contemporary modern style is going to go well with this building. You know, it's not going to be really disjointed feeling, because the earthy kind of look goes well, I think, with modern anyways, like the bricks and stuff like that. So I think it's going to look pretty good, especially since there's a lot of gray and black on that building. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.